card, I want to show you a technique of coloring your vellum paper. Can you see that? Now what that is, it's vellum paper, and then I've embossed it with some gold. Really quite an easy technique, but I just love the softness and color of it. And this card got a little creative on the inside. So I'm going to use the stamp set hand pen. This card I turned this way just to be different. Now I cut this off here. Only problem with this style like this is that it leans forward. It doesn't stand up quite so nice. So something to consider. And I wanted to try a long, tall rectangle one with that same style. Yeah, it's really pretty. Okay, so you're going to need some basic white paper, some vellum paper, and I'll show you the inks, and let's get cracking. And I'll have all the information down below. So let's do the creative part first. You'll need some alcohol. Now I've cut this. This is going to be my card front, and it's 4.5 by 6. So it's a little bigger, and the reason why is because when the ink runs, trim it off so you got a nice clean edge so you don't have funny marks along the edge. And I like to pencil mark it so I don't forget what side I'm working on. I'm going to put the ink on what you call your back side. So I'm going to put a B down in this corner so that I remember that this is the back and this is where the ink is going to go. You're going to need, this is a really stiff, I don't know when I got this, maybe in the 1980s, I have no idea. But it's a hard bristle brush, and that's something that you want so that when you push down on it, it doesn't turn into a brush stroke. Okay? I've got a little shot glass here from one of our many trips in Mexico, totally worn out. Now you can't see it. Now, the first time I did this, I used this alcohol, and you need something higher than 70%. 90, 91, 99 is the best. You don't want water in it because it doesn't work the same. Okay, so I've just got a little tiny bit of that. So I went to the little corner store, and all I had was 99%. So I'm going to try that. Never tried it. I just need a tiny bit. That's probably too much, but that's going to give me lots of mileage. The dark polished pink, dark pale papaya, and the dark soft succulent, and some dark fresh freesia. Okay, so take this tip of your pen, and the trick to this I found is you need space between the colors, and don't put them in streaks, kind of roundish spots. The reason being, you want to allow the ink to run. And you know, I'm learning more about this as I do it. Sometimes it works out perfect, and other times it's like, no, that's not what I like. So practice on a couple of small pieces. Now, this is the front of the thing, so I want to put in a little bit of green in the background. If you see on this card, I do have little bits of green just to tie in with the green soft succulent. When I'm doing the flowers, I don't want green on those, so I'll do it differently. So I'm going to put some now that might not be enough, and okay, I kind of lifted some of this off with my finger here, so I'll just put a bit more there. Let's just try it. And you don't want to smear it because you don't want the colors to get away on you, because if they get too close together, it'll just of course turn into an ugly brown. But you want your splotches to just clean your brush every once in a while. If you're starting, like the green is quite strong, so I don't want to put the green into my pink, so I'm just wiping my brush off. Okay, I'm seeing that this 99% alcohol really evaporates fast. So the ink doesn't travel too much. Let's see, I've got a little heavy there. I like this spot. A little pale down here, don't you think? So what I'll do is I'll let this dry a bit, go back with my pen. Ah, this is really running. I don't want it to run that much. And up here's got nothing happening, so I might have ruined it, but let's give it a try. It might have run too much alcohol in it. I'm just gonna put the heat gun on this a bit. Let's take a look. Well, that looks pretty good. We'll go with it. I just want to add a little bit more color down here. You know, what the heck, a little bit more up there too. Now I find the pink and the purple really kind of blends together. You don't want the pink and purple to change too much that it doesn't match the inks anymore. Okay, now for the flower, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm not going to put any green in it. That purple is a lighter tone. Okay, so now I'm going to just, I've got this brush pretty dry. I don't want it as watery as the first one. I think it was too watery. Well, too much alcohol, not water. Okay. Uh-oh, here comes Tigger. He's hearing this fun noise and it sounds like something he should be in. Yeah, you know, the alcohol is drying really fast. So it doesn't want to spread. I just want to get rid of the lines a bit so that it, oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Okay, I think I'll stop while I'm ahead. Okay. Whew, that alcohol's strong. Okay, I forgot to mark this, but I'm going to be at B for back. Because if you can see that, it's kind of shiny. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you can tell where the ink is dried. It's got a shiny mark. Well, you want this to be your good side when you're on the card so that your colors don't run again. Okay? So, while this one is drying, I'm going to trim this up. Okay, so I'm going to make this 5.5 by 4.25. And I kind of like this side, so I'm going to trim it off here. Okay, so we can put that on our card front. Oh yeah, that's pretty, isn't it? Like it. Loving it. Okay, so trick to putting this on so you can't see the glue marks. Okay, so this is the back side. I flipped it over. Just get yourself a little tiny piece of sponge. You know me, I'm really chintzy, so I cut tiny pieces, and some Tombow. And I'm just about out. I got a little bit more squirts in there, I think. And just daub this on. Make sure you get some in the middle so that it doesn't buckle. Get some nice glue down. Okay, that should do it. And you will find with this, when you're putting it on, normally you can slide Tombow around. You're really not going to be able to because it really grips real quick. So, boy, I'm telling you. Ooh, I got it. How about that? Yep, got it on the right side too. Perfect. Got some sticky there. I'll clean that off. This side, this is completely... Yeah, this is dried. Okay, so got the B backwards, so I know that this is the front. Okay, on here, I'm going to stamp with Versamark and then heat emboss with the gold powder 2 of these flowers. Okay. And I'll get one here. I like this pink. Okay, and I'll do one over on this side as well. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the embossing buddy down, so, oh dear. Well, we'll see how. The embossing buddy has the, I think it's cornstarch in it, but it takes the static electricity away, say that you don't get the powder where you don't want it. See, it has a tendency to want to stick. Oh, I think I'm okay. Did I get it all? Not quite right there. Okay, looks good. Getting a little sticky. I don't want to get my tabletop too hot. So I just took one of my kitchen boards. was my cutting board falling on the floor. I love these demonstrators saying you could do this also perfectly. They're just so organized, and I'm just like, oh boy. There, speed this up. A little more. Okay, should be good. Okay. If you don't have a brayer, just run it over with your hand, just to make a good seal. Okay. So now I'm going to take from the hand pen Petals stamp set the dies, small. Okay. And get some trusty washi tape out. Okay. And just cut this out on my machine. Now this is going to give me 2 cards. Okay. All right, so now next step, I'm going to keep this, is to cut out the leaves. But first, I'm going to use some soft succulent and my beautiful blending brush. And I think this is a 3" by 6" piece. And I'm going to use the dies from the Forever Ferns, I believe it's called. And I just want to give this vellum just a little hint of green. Just looks really nice when it's cut out. Okay. And plop this one down. And do the same thing. There's one leaf. And here's the other. And I think these seem a little light to me. I should have maybe put a heavier coating of green on there. So I'm just gonna doctor these up a bit. I want a little more green on them. Okay. Aren't these blending brushes gorgeous? I just love them. They're so fine. And to clean them, just run them under your tap. A soft paper towel or something, and you can dab them dry. Okay, so now there's the leaves for the front of the card. But you know what I forgot to do is I forgot to emboss this before I glued it on. So we're going to do one without embossing it. Darn, I forgot. Oh well. I got so busy here. I see how I gold embossed this, heat embossed this, but I forgot to do that. I knew there was a step I was missing. It's called Scalloped Contour Dies. This little guy here. I'm just going to run it along the edge. Just to take a smidgen off. About so. Oops, make sure it's straight. Run that through the machine. So in here, I'm going to put polished pink. Should have put paper underneath it, but you can do the same thing, just clean it off. I'm doing everything like, don't do as I do. Okay, from this stamp set, Elegantly Said. Isn't this a gorgeous stamp set? I'm going to use the For You, and then I'm going to use inside Wishing You a Wonderful Birthday. And I'm going to use Saddle Brown. This is in our catalog, annual catalog, and it's back. It was back a couple of years ago, and I just love it. It just gives me a change from using black. And it's just nice, really pretty. Goes nice with gold. I'll just do a test shot here, just to make sure. I always do that to make sure I don't have any fuzzies on it. And about so. Okay. And on the inside, isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. Okay, so that's for the inside of the card. Now, this for the flower. Oh, I got something there. Okay. I think I'll put it like this. Now, here's a trick I learned. Okay, this stuff is powerful. This is the Stampin' Seal Plus. But trying to figure out the best way to put things on kind of drives me crazy. So I like to lay it like this and think, okay, well, I'll put the flower about there. And I'm going to put that there. See, I'm not sticking it down. I think, so I'm actually going to use dimensionals. I'm going to put this one sort of like coming out here because it could come over the edge. Yeah, about there. Okay. And then I'm going to put this. How does that look? Maybe in up a little higher, right about there. Okay, so now I've got everything stuck where I like it. Now how cool is that? I'll just reinforce it. I'll just put some there. And now I'm going to just put dimensionals down. Maybe put more in the middle. Now you could tuck some ribbon in, put a bow on. Totally up to you. But this is so I just got to watch the edges here and on the side so I don't go over so that it won't get wrecked in the envelope. There you go. I keep these in my Stampin' storage units. The dark papaya. And I'm just going to color, whoops, that one came right off. Not going to use that one. That papaya for the flower centers. Oh, come on. Stuck to my finger for some reason. Well, let's try another one. I'm having fun this morning. There we go. This one doesn't want to get stuck at all. Maybe only 3. Oh, I'll put 1. Oh my. Okay. And just to give it a little more bling, I'm going to put some that's just crying for one there, I'm sure. Maybe a couple more. I need a big one. I love doing this. Put a big one with a little one. There's a big one. Put a little one. Oh boy. What is going on here? I got glue on my fingers is what it is. I got Tombow. That's giving me hassle here. Let me see, right here. 4, 5, 6, I need one more. I always like to try to keep them at odd numbers. How about there? Okay. That is so darn pretty, I think. Now, just to finish it off, in the inside. Now, here's an option. Oh dear, what did I do with it? I cut off the edge. Did I toss it already? On this one, I took the edge and I popped it inside. I think I tossed this one. I can't find it. So I won't put it in. I don't know where it went. But I've got a piece of this left over from when I trimmed it. And I think that looks really pretty in there. Just gives a smidgen of color. So I'm just going to just check to see which ones. Yeah, this is the back. Close to the fold. I broke it. Oh dear. Can you see it? Nope, it's okay. Close, close, close. Oops. Oh my. No, I don't like that there. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to put this on. Okay. And you have to put this inside a bit so that, because you've got this edge, right? You don't want it to poke out. But what I'm going to do, because I got a little tear boo-boo there, see this left over? I'm going to cut out one of the flowers. Okay, so let these kind of curl up and kind of quite pretty. Now, the other thing you can do if you're feeling totally creative, if you still got this, I can get it out. Holy mackerel, it's like one of these mornings, like. There we go. Okay, I'm going to fold it. And I use a glue dot. Give it a good press down. And I'll just put, here we go. Okay, so I hope you can see that. Isn't that pretty? I just love that. And everything's on nice and secure. And that paper, that vellum paper, is just gorgeous. Is that in focus? I hope you can see it. Okay, well, give this a try. You'll love it. Every card is going to be different. You're going to be so happy with the outcome, and my goodness. Next time I will show you how to put the embossing powder on that, okay? So thanks for coming to my craft room. Bye for now.